Bitcoin is to remove the risk of intermediaries, but how does it work?
Yeah, well, Coinbase Custody is seeking to become the first qualified custodian for institutions that are looking to store digital currency. And so what that means is they need a secure, compliant way to store funds on behalf of their LPs if they're going to start investing in this space. And from what we've seen, there's probably about $10 billion of institutional money sitting on the sidelines waiting to flow into digital currency. And the main thing blocking it is just the existence of a qualified custodian like this. So that's what we're seeking to become with our Coinbase Custody product.
And where, Brian, I mean, is Bitcoin the one that for you guys has the most interest? Is it Ethereum? You know, what's the demand like out there?
Well, you know, everything started with Bitcoin really about 5 years ago here, but it's now turned out to be that there's dozens of these digital currencies. Actually, I think there's about 50 to 100 now with a market cap over 100 million. So it's almost becoming like stock market 2.0, if you want to think of it that way. And you know, the ones that are most exciting to us that we have on the platform today are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. But there's many more that are going to be added to the platform in 2018. And I think this is going to be a really exciting space for all kinds of institutional investors to make money.
So if the SEC cracks down, and we know already in China they've cracked down on initial coin offerings and so forth, what happens for you guys? Does that represent a material risk that you could be involved, you know, cast judgment upon for helping facilitate all of this, or would it simply be a business risk because then people wouldn't have as much demand to store these?
Yeah, so we've stayed out of adding any ICOs on the platform to date just because of that regulatory uncertainty. And I do think there's a good chance that some percentage of those ICOs will end up being considered securities. You know, the head of the SEC has said as much. And so we're approaching that area very cautiously. Whenever we decide to add a new asset onto the platform, you know, we really look at a number of factors. And we released our GDAX new asset trading policy just a few weeks ago that gives some more insight into how we do this. But we look at things like what the regulatory risk is. We do some diligence on the team. We do a security audit of the coin, what the customer demand is. And we consider all of those factors before adding it to the platform. So we're really looking to provide a safe place where customers can have assets that they trust and participate in this market.